Hey, can I be heard in the room? I am trying to test my devices. Can I be heard, you guys? Can somebody tell me? Don't hear my music. Okay. I don't know how to do this. So we're connecting. Let's see. Yes, I am. Can I be heard? I can see my phone. Okay. See what my comments talk about. Big dog, can I be heard in the room? How you doing, love? Thank you for stopping by. Oh, I can? Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate that. I think I'm gonna piggyback off you a little bit because, like I told you, I got some information on some stuff that was going on with us during the time that. Hey, Rodney, what's going on, love? Good to see you. I was trying to do a lot of other little stuff over here. I got my little clap machine over here, but I hear it, but I don't know how to make it play right. But listen, I don't never have an agenda, y'all. I just got so much information that I just want to share. I I did enjoy myself last night, um, mingling with my people, because like I said, y'all all my family. I know you are. I just be glad when we all realize that we do need each other, and that, um, the enemies, I don't work well with enemies at all. I don't even want them in my presence. And the other elders that I work with, they feel the same way. So, it's just about us building without them. We don't need them. We never did. So, my agenda is to pull my people together. I mean, by any means necessary. You know, I know what our ancestors left. I know what they did, and a lot of us do. Love you too. Thank you so much. That means the world to me, Rodney. I got Williams too. Yeah, Williams. Um, so I just wanted to just tap in. You know, I ain't trying to get no views. I ain't trying to get no money. Y'all saw I put my cash app up there though because people do ask for that. But I'm not here for that. I really want us to set some standards. You know, I want us to do some code. Everybody be talking about code. Well, let's do some codes, y'all. We done it before. Ain't nothing new to us. You know, so I just wanted to come here and do a little sharing. And anybody want to come up? I guess I don't know how it works. I guess it's a link somewhere. But I am honored that y'all come here to check me out just to see what I'm going to talk about tonight. Because I be all over the place because I got so many things going on in my head. My major thing is the community. Having a community where it's just us there and we're loving and taking care of each other. Our babies are being safe. Nobody's hungry. No, you know, and I think of 220 acres of land could do a good community. I really do. I mean, indoor pool, little transitional homes for the young people when they get too old and they don't want to live in the house with mama no more, but they still right there in the community. We're not kicking them out. You know, it's just certain things that I think that we need to prepare for ourselves. Food, shelter, and clothing was the only thing that we were supposed to really be desiring in this place. But these people have made us want, and we've become slaves to our own desires. You know, desires that don't even mean anything but at the end of the day, you know, when it's something that we even desired that would take our whole soul away from what is right. And we would desire to do those things, which we shouldn't even be thought of doing because we are a good people. We are the righteous seed. And we know that. We know we could never have done some of the things to our enemy. Even today, I can't fathom doing the things that I know they have done to my people. Because my heart ain't built that way. You know, but right now today, these people are still in the midst of us. And they're bringing other people in the midst of us. Somebody told me a little while ago I can't say certain things. I'd be damned. The only way I wouldn't say certain things is that it's a child in the midst of me, and I might try to watch myself. But for it's all of the detrimental things that these people have done to us, there is nowhere in the world that I can't mention it. It's been done, and they mention it. I mean, why should we be on here with a platform and we can't put the truth out? Why should we be out here be talking about, oh, allegedly? No, damn it, factually. I mean, who's playing games with who? Well, you said, Rodney, I was just reading the chat, y'all. That took my mind for a minute. I saw somebody put some in the chat. Well, are you for certain that they turned your grandfather's farm into a plantation? Are you for certain? Or did your grandfather own a plantation? Plantation is not a bad word. I mean, though we've been told it is. Because planting, just like cultivating, our people own the land that they were producing on. funny though. I finally found me an African, y'all. I ain't lying about my ancestry. My third grandma, it said that she's from Chad, Africa. So, with that being said, that's the first one I found. And you know, I'm still doing research because her father says that he was a slave owner. But okay, you see what I'm saying? So, but once you find your records and you find your people, you definitely find out what part they played. And I'm here to tell y'all, our ancestors played major roles in a lot of stuff that we are going through today. But they didn't plan the coup d'etat. See, the coup d'etat is what happened. We were fine up until when they overturned the copper-colored Congress, when they tar and feathered them and took them out the game. This is when the white supremacy and all the myth, shall we say the myth, because the Moors says that they created this myth. They created the Magna Carta. They created all of these things that we was taught in school to mean something about the discovery of America. So with the myth of the white supremacists, that's to make us fearful. That's to put us in a fear state of mind where we fear in our life because the white man. But it's a myth. There is nothing white. And we know that when we look at that. We know that's not white. We know it's not black. But for some reason, this has been etched in our mind that some people will fight you when you tell them they're not black. They still will today. But pale skins know they ain't white. They'll look at you and tell you they pink. But yet they'll hold that white supremacy over our head like it is really something that we supposed to hold dear to. When we know that they came here poor through Ellis Island. The Asian came through Angel Island. We know they came here with nothing. So when did they get it all and we end up with nothing? I was just reading in this. Anybody got anything they want to say? Come on, y'all. It's slow motion, but I'm moving up in here. I was just looking at this book that I have that actually came by way of one of my earlier people that I learned a lot of stuff with back in 2019. Kodaki Bay, good brother, knows those laws, knows those Moorish laws from Argentina to Tripoli. I know that song when they was killing our people, but this is some of the history, some of the entertainment that we have with people from all over the world. And when you factor in the fact that our people were all over the world, they just was not here. That's what I found out through my record keeping of researching my people. They wasn't just here. We have people that was from all places, different places, and until you do your genealogy, you won't know that. I was on a bill the other night, and this guy, he was pretty much going to argue me down about the buffaloes, going to argue me down about the fact that pigs was not brought here. They are native to America. I mean, we have been taught so many things. Well, we was cowboys. See, there go the Indian and cowboy shit. It's so many things that we have learned through predictive programming with the television, with um, predictive programming with the television, telling our vision a lie, with selling us everything, selling to the Negro, selling us things that because our eyes and the wanting of our souls. Listen, we always want things because they know the trinkets. They started off trinkling, bringing the trinkets to us from the beginning, so called. This is how they say they gave the blanket, but now it's like a discrepancy. Who was in? Who really played these parts, y'all? That's where I'm at. Who was where? Who was in Virginia when they got the charter to create the 13 colonies? Who was in Massachusetts? Who were the people? Were the people that we know today that they have recently taken the native and given them the word native. Then when the Pope came here, he went over there in Canada to see them and gave them the indigenous word. Now they've been called Aboriginal. So how did they get to be those people and they never fought in a war? We got war records to prove that our ancestors fought in war. We got documentation to prove that our ancestors lived in those places. Their migration records show that they have always been in this area. Never came through the Bering Strait, never walked across the burning sand. We always been here. So I see a portion of my people that always been here all the way back to the beginning of the 1400s. But then I see them that lived in England, lived in Ireland. I mean, I got these records. So I know that they weren't all just here as Indians, indigenous, or whatever we call, whatever label we can attach that will make us feel like we are who we say we are. I'm not going to tell anybody what labels they are to use. But for my records, my ancestors were Indian. I mean, people seem to have a problem with that word. Well, I can't help that. We all got to find what place we play in this game because we all had ancestors involved. And you will find that your ancestors might have been a soldier that fought for the other side. You might find that your ancestor was a soldier that fought for the right side. But we don't know. Whatever they did, one thing we know is they did the best that they damn could. Just like we're doing now. But some of us ain't even trying. Some of us don't have a clue on what to do. Some of us are stuck like Chuck, and I see it every day. Because we think this shit is a game. But in all reality, the game is being played on us. And we sitting here enjoying it because we like entertainment a lot. And we can't, most people cannot distinguish when it's real or when it's, not. But right now, I got people sending me pictures of the sky, over the water, and a lot of people think it's God. They be like, look at God. And I be sad because people still don't know that there's grand sky. And they look up and see that crazy stuff every day and they don't have a clue that we are being poisoned. The land, the air, and the water. That's the whole of the law. LAW. And if we don't take control and start making these people treat us like we're supposed to be treated, then we are the ones that's losing. Because in this book says that we are supposed to teach them how to treat us. If we say we are the indigenous people, we have the right to the recognition of observance and enforcement of treaties. Who did they make the treaties with? Them or us? Who got the records to prove that it was our ancestors on these treaties? We do. We do. And we need to start challenging these fake $5 Indians to who is the fact or the real Indian Natak. Because it's easier to say this, and it's easier to get on live and always talk this, but when you walking it and you making it happen every day, it's a whole different, like AP say, it hits different. And it really, really different. So we as a people, these are our treaties. Georgia versus Worcester, those was my people. And your people. Because I'm sure somebody in here is tied to that as well. But what we gonna do? We're gonna let them continue to take the credit for the death of our own ancestors? They're not entertaining my lower self because I don't have a lower self. I high on high. When you don't work with your bottom half, your nature, you is good. And most people still on that lower self, like you say. But no, we being Indian Supreme ain't got nothing to do with what we seeing right now. Because Rodney, all that is well and good. But we got to act like you say that way. And we're not acting in no supreme way. We're letting too much go. We're letting too much get by. Every time something happens on the land, instead of us looking at it on TV, we need to be down there front and damn center. We're supposed to have a seat at the table. It ain't a decision supposed to be done and ain't none of us there. But it's happening. It's been happening for the last, they say 300 years, I don't know. But I say when the coup d'etat happened in the early 1900s, when they started bombing and taking all of our Wall Street, so-called Wall Street, this is when the coup d'etat happened to us. Because prior to, even in 1929, they got footages of our ancestors walking around in white cotton, looking very spiffy, with fur coats and stuff on. Men had shoes. That was the time when men say, you know a man by the shoes he's stepping around in. Because men took care of their feet back in the day. So all of these things right here, they took this from us. And now it's like they are the superior. No, we need to put people back in their place. And I'm saying we need to take charge of our own whole situation. Food, shelter, clothing, health, everything that concerns us, we need to be involved. We don't need to be sitting around here waiting on when they're gonna implement their next vaccine. What's wrong with us? Really? Everything that they do, the corporation is doing it. They're supposed to be doing it to their people. We were never supposed to be a part of this. So when do we separate ourselves and say, no, this is for your people. This is for your foreigners that you got in your book. This is not for me because I am not your jurisdiction. We got to learn this, y'all. We got to be in our own standing. And right now we're not, because we don't even indigenous people have the right to recognition, observance, and enforcement of treaties, agreements, and other constructive arrangements concluded with states and their successors. Every one of them, every president before this dumb one, in accordance with their true spirit. Who got a real true spirit around here? I know I'm country right there. I'm sorry, y'all, around here. But yeah, and intent in good faith to have state's honor and respect the same. We ain't got no honor. We ain't got no respect. They letting these people come here and tell us all kind of stuff. And then they want to censor us. That stuff on Cut today was disgusting. But they want to censor us? No, somebody done told them how to come here and how to act to us, y'all. Somebody done put them onto us like this. Can you imagine? Somebody just tell them, yeah, go, and this is how you treat these people. Because they don't want to work. OCO, Bronze Flat Power. How you doing, love? Long time. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. But we have no honor and we have no respect in our own land. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I find it very, very dissatisfying. And I just, I'm not taking it sitting down. I don't take it nowhere. Don't nobody disrespect me. I don't care. But to have us disrespected in a whole, our people have no honor or respect. Much love back at you, my love. We don't have it. And this right here, when this was done, this was supposed to be done in regards to us. But throughout the last 25 years, it has been changed around to be the other people. Now, I done heard about the trading places and people taking your identity. See, this is what has happened. We have been identity theft and don't even realize it. Every last one of us. See, and all of our dead relatives, their identity is also taken. And I got proof. I told people this 3 years ago when my mom died. I took control over her shit before they could even think they was going to give it to a foreign. I said, I dare you. See? So these are the things that we as a people got to start taking control over. I love myself in life and I'm preparing myself in death. I'm making sure that they don't get hold of me when I leave here. I got myself prepared for me. I make sure I have insurance. Yeah, I pay for insurance because I want to make sure that it's done the way I say do it. Because I don't trust nobody. I have trust issues. So, when you do it yourself, you know it's done. And that's how I look at that. But states shall give due consideration to the understanding of the indigenous people as regards to treaties. Who did they make the treaties to, y'all? Hey, Legit, how you doing, love? Thank you for coming in. Who did they make the treaties with, us or them? See, I got treaty records. And then I also got land records where the real Indian removal was about giving us land to take us off the land here and move us out west. Anybody know what I'm talking about? This is the real Indian removal. That other thing when they say happened, that was theatrical. How you say that word? Theatrical. Okay? Just like the television programs with the little crying Indians, just like all the whoo, all of that. When we was over here living, building, creating, only thing they ever created was a patent office so that they could claim everything that we had already created. So how could we be in the woods doing boo-boo, acting like wild animals when we spoke English? We spoke English. We wasn't speaking. That's why we don't have a bunch of languages. But what language y'all speak? Same language we speak now. All the propagated lies that has been told was told by the people who had more to gain than to lose. Now, when you talk about the people that say that they got kicked out of their own land, they didn't have no home, They're supposed to be a vagabond for the rest of their life. We're talking about an enemy, y'all. And we're talking about somebody that look very close, that look like us, that could be us, that had babies with us, that love. Listen. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we got to know who the enemy is. And the enemy is a human that is a monster that cannot inherit land. And that's in the law dictionary. That's what a human is. A monster that cannot inherit land. Now, we are landowners. We are landowners. Every time you sign your name, you just now gave away some of your money, which you don't even know, because you're trying to work for $1, but your signature is your money. Y'all listen. We have been bamboozled, hoodwinked, rocked to sleep, and then given a pacifier that stayed asleep. Like red pill, blue pill. Man, red pill, blue pill. When they did that, I don't even know what that meant, because all of a sudden, the men's went she and the women's went he. And I'm like, well, what the hell was that about? I don't know whether nobody saw what I saw, but it was like role reverse all day long. Just, I mean, life as we know it has certainly changed. Mama Love, what's up, dog? Thank you. But you know, it's like everything is all just totally changed. Nothing is genuine no more. You know, but we gotta find righteousness within our soul self, so that we can build what we need, y'all. We supposed to build what we need. We supposed to have everything we need, and we aren't supposed to be looking for people to give it to us. We don't need a president that don't look like us. All of this stuff was for them. For them. Remember, this was a penal colony, y'all. We got to remember all the things that happened here. We got to remember all the people that had come here and mixed and mingled with us, to shut our eyes from the truth of what we're seeing. Love your backs, Queen. Thank you for coming in. So what I'm saying is that we have lost a great amount of respect and honor because of not knowing who we are. And then we don't recognize that we got help. The ancestors is here to help us. And I think that we don't even understand how that works, because they had to cross over in order to help us. So in that regard, we have got to do something. We can't sit here and think that we know ain't nobody finna come across the sky. Come on, we know that ain't finna happen. And if somebody loved me as much as some of them lies I used to read, I know this would not be happening to us. So it's too much hatred from an enemy. And I think we, as the people that we are, should be able to see the enemy before it even get near us. And so at that juncture, we need to be able to put up a fort. We need to build forts around our own selves. We need to be able to fortify, because what's happening now, they lining us up for soft target, baby. And everybody who is secure, hey, I honor you, much respect, but stay dangerous. Stay dangerous enough to know that you got to protect what's yours, because these people take their children out in the woods. They show their children how to shoot guns, but our children got a damn tablet at 1 year old playing on a tablet, and the little brains and everything just getting sucked up into a virtual reality. They children know how to go out and forage and find some food out there. There are things that we as a people, we just got to take back, because these are the things that they learned from us. Boy Scout, Girl Scout, they learned those things from us. So, states shall give due considerations to the understanding of the indigenous people. Who is the indigenous people? The Pope said it's them. But we know they don't fit the bill. We know they don't have the record. They ain't fought none of these wars. So, what do we do about the facts, y'all? The fact remains the same, that these treaties were done with our ancestors, not those that they are giving these titles to. And these titles mean a lot, because within the last 10, 20 years, they took them from us, and they know that it belonged to us. They know that the definition and everything was about copper-colored people. And ain't now one on copper. So when disputes in relation to such treaties, agreements, and other constructive arrangements cannot be resolved between the parties, they shall be submitted to competent bodies. We got some situations that can't be, that are disputable, right, y'all? And so we got their parties to resolve this, including regional and international. That's where we need to go. See, everybody always talk about going to the United Nations. The United Nations is the one set this up. The United Nations is the one in Psalms 83 that tells you that they have set up a confederate against us. They are of the sons of Lot. Everybody know who Lot is in the Bible, right? Lot is the one that slept with his two daughters and made Moab and Ammon these so-called enemies of ours. Come on, y'all. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Somebody tell me a one. Give me a one if somebody know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'll pull it up. Anybody give me a one? Let me know if somebody hear me. Know what I'm talking about? Please interact with me. I don't even know how many of y'all in here, but I'm grateful. Thank you for stopping by. There you go, Mama Love. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so like I said, we need to take control over the things that belong to us. Talk is cheap. You know, we got a lot of people that say certain things, but I don't think, you know, it's like, let's do something, y'all. That's all I'm talking about. Traditional forms of property and cultural survival, right to land, territory, and resources. All of this is in this book. This is a big, full book. It even tells them, it teaches them how to teach. It teaches them how to teach themselves about Indian life throughout this book. But what I found was very interesting was when it says indigenous people have the right to practice and revive their cultural traditions. Governments will work with indigenous people. So is that them or us, y'all? Because they've been working real with them, right? So see, you see the difference in us and them? Alien is just a lean. Yeah. Okay. Um. So the government will work with indigenous people. So we got to determine who is these indigenous people. Is it us or is it them? This is my question tonight, y'all. I need somebody to help me understand who is the indigenous Aboriginal Indian. Because all these three titles in the last, years have been given to these foreign people. And we know they all are foreign. A lot of them have even gotten investigated. Big time singer been singing these old crazy Indian songs. She done got busted. So it says that the government will work with indigenous people to ensure indigenous property rights to their culture, knowledge, spiritual and religious traditions are respected, and to address cases where these have been used without permission, free, prior, and informed consent. Y'all, we never got that. Hey, Enoch, how you doing, love? Good to see you. Peace and blessings. When did we get prior informed? And when did we consent? We never consented to any of this, right? So therefore, the government owes a duty to us because we are supposed to be our own government. Each one of us is a government of our own. And this is what they never taught us because they wanted us to stay slaves. That's why we got the Pan-Africans and all these other characters working to make us accept it. But, in 2019, the government had already been gone. We're still being plagued with actors who are acting out parts because we refuse to let them die. Right? So they're going to play us like fiddles because we accept that they are still our presidents, our leaders. But they never have been. That's the reality to it all. They never have been our leader who was here for their corporation. And we was never supposed to be counted. They were supposed to be only counting their people. But we end up being on the census. We end up being working with them. We end up being citizens. So we end up being in their jurisdiction. So therefore, we never got deported. I wonder why. We never got deported. And we never getting deported now. But they do something, they got to go. That just tell us, and there's none of those Asiatic people are in. They don't even really get to go to the jails that we go to. They just for pipelines of prisons for our children, right? And the other pale skinned people who they don't care about. But we have rights, y'all. Article 12 say right to spiritual and religious tradition and custom. But no, they ran here from their country saying that they was coming for religious freedom. But they came over here and imposed their madness on us, right? Governments will, with indigenous people, ensure that indigenous people are free to practice, protect, and revive and keep alive their culture. Y'all, what we gonna do about this? I mean, I don't know about y'all, but it sounds like somebody lying about something. I mean, they're helping them keep their culture alive. But their culture is not on their soil. And they're trying to kill us, and our culture is on the soil. Article 13, right to know and use language histories, and oral traditions. Indigenous people have the right to recover, use, and pass on to future generations their histories. Somebody's trying to stop us from doing this, though, y'all. Because this ain't supposed to be us. When they did this book, when did they do this? This Declaration of Rights of Indigenous People. 2016, y'all. The Organization of American States. 2016, June 15th. Declaration of Rights of Indigenous People. Adopted at the third plenary session held on June 15, 2016. So this was done in 2016. And in 2016, they had an Agenda 21. Right here in this book. Then they put the Agenda 30 in here. So, and it's always talking about sustainability. Anytime you hear sustainability, it's talking about the indigenous people. Anytime you hear global warming or climate control, they're talking about the indigenous people. But for some odd reason, they done made the copper color people not be the indigenous people, but they still talking about global warming, and the sun hates them pale skins that they got in our place too. So they could not be talking about them, right? But this is what they would have us to think. So, I'm just a little overwhelmed with it right now because I know that our rights has been taken away from us. And it's not enough of us that even have the gumption. We talk our shit, but we ain't got the gumption to go up and stand up in these people's face and say, no, enough is enough. You know, and I mean, this is what it's going to take. I mean, it's not going to take us sitting down looking at it and just, you know, keep talking about it. But we need to be about it, you know. And like I said, I go up and stand up to them every day. I don't take, I don't even take crackers trying to tell me, oh, I'm Cherokee. I said, no, you're not. You're a $5 Indian. And then I give them videos and show them what I'm talking about. I do not take the disrespect from nobody. Unless you telling me your great grandmama looked like me. Other than that, I don't want to hear it. So, you know, I just wanted to touch in on that because Philly did such a good job, him and Sister Jackie Brown, and I saw Greedy over there, yeah. So I just wanted to touch in on it and support the fact that this is about us, but at the same time, they're giving it to another nation. And these people came straight through Canada, y'all. That's where they came through. This book right here tells you they came straight through Canada. Look, appreciate the impact of Canadian chapter of rights and freedoms on the rights of governance in Canada. It's all about Canada. That's why they call them First Nations up there, y'all. Do y'all see the plot? They are the First Nations because they came through the what? The Bering Strait, right? Rodney, I don't know what you really be doing. I see a lot of stuff you putting in the chat. You want to make it plain? Anybody got anything they want to share? As y'all know, I'm not going to probably tarry long because I like to kind of have, I don't know, I don't know how I'm doing out there if don't nobody respond, so I kind of get a little antsy. And citizens participating in decision making. Any of us doing that, y'all? Anybody know anybody doing that in their community? Participating in decision making? All right, now legit. Appreciate you. How about general outcomes? Students will demonstrate. Look, this is a teaching book, y'all. We supposed to be teaching our people this to recognize how individual and governments interact and bring about change within the local and national community. This is a whole teaching book to teach these people who are faking to be us, to teach them about us so they can act like us. Uh-oh, what happened? Wait a minute, I know. Okay, can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Hear me. I want to change my camera around and show you something. Well, okay. Can y'all see this book? This is the book that I'm reading out of, y'all. Can you see how thick it is? Wait a minute, where's the? You see how thick it is, you guys? This is the book I'm reading out of. It was put together for me, and it is. Can you see it, you guys? Can you still hear me, please? Yes, you can. Good. Okay, so this is what I was reading out of at that moment, um, because I really wanted to touch on the fact that these people really have an agenda, and we should be front and center to make sure that it's in our favor. That's just the truth of the matter. We should make sure it's in our favor. Um, Now, I know somebody in the chat might, I might get cussed out for this, but I don't care. Somebody in the chat might want to know what I was saying when I said, um, let me see, that's the wrong one. When I said that the myth of the white supremacist, y'all remember when I said that? Do anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody? Oh, gee, where is my thing that right here, invite, let's see. Is this where you invite? Oh, okay. Copy. Okay. Let's see, did I do it, y'all? Did I do it? Did I do it? Anyway, if anybody want to come up, I think I dropped the link. I think I did. And we can conversate. We can communicate up in here, y'all. If I did it right, because I'm learning. Did I do it right, OG? You still here with me? OG probably tired now. Can I be heard in the room still? Mama Love, can I be heard in the room? Uh-oh. Did I lose y'all? I want to know more about the process. I'm not talking that on here. um, uh, yes, good. Okay, great. Okay, what's that? Yes, yeah. What's up, nephew? How you doing? You made it. Thank you for coming. Thank you much for coming. Yeah, did I who's that? Rodney. Rodney was talking a lot of legal versus law stuff. So Rodney, are you a secured party creditor or are you working on the USC codes or what you working with, bro? What happened? I wasn't trying to hide nobody. Show that. Oh, okay, there we go. Um, Rodney, can you anybody want to come up with me and talk to me? Or y'all just want me to keep talking? Because I can do that now. I can go for another hour. What anybody want to ask me something? Anybody want me to just go with just freestyle how I do it? Suggestions? I need y'all to interact with me. I like company when I'm doing this. I had fun last night. The National Archives is prima facie evidence that gives you authority. Meaning, why don't you hit the link and come up and talk with me? All right, Yaziel, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, here goes. Oh God, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, all right. I just want to go back a little bit to where I was speaking of um, the myth, the myth of white supremacy. And I think that's a real thing that got us really where because even foreigners think that Caucasians created us. You know, um, they don't have. They think that Caucasians is supreme. I mean, it has been taught to the extent that it's believable to everybody but us. We did once thought that way though too, because a lot of us didn't. Of course, a lot of people. I've heard stories. A lot of people say, "Well, I've always been this way," and I'd be like, "Well, honey, bless your heart, and it's good that you didn't ever get tricked, but that's not so for a lot of us." You know, I mean, because like I said last night, I found a fifth great grand third or fifth great grandparent that was alive in the 80s. I thought all them folks been dead. So Do you know how it made me feel to know that it's somebody, a great grandparent or fifth? I didn't know nothing but my first great grandma. And to know that my third to fifth, I don't forgot what number it was now, but to know that this person was alive in the 80s and I was in my 20s, I could have been around. That is devastating to me, y'all, because that just go to show how far and removed we are from our family. Do you realize some people left home, got married, had children, and never got to go back home and see their mom and dad or show their babies to their mom and dad because of the way that the life had changed and things that these people was doing, manipulating us and move. It was a lot of tragedy stuff happened to us. People had to fathers and their sons had to run away and leave because they hadn't killed the man, a crocker, who was trying to take their land or hurt them. And they had to run away and leave their whole family to never return again. I mean, stuff like this has happened. And so here it is. We are the product of these things. But we don't have to allow our children to go this way. I mean, honestly, right now, my children think I'm crazy. My whole family do. But one day, they're going to be glad I was crazy. Because I am crazy about this shit. I'm obsessed with it, if you will. Because of the fact that I know something was done and I wants to know what it was. So I aim for the truth. When I turned 32 years old, I was at the library every day just about trying to get these records. And I didn't even know what to the extent of what they really existed with, you know? But now when I tell you I got stories of my own ancestors that is in my tree. And somebody took time to write stories about them because they was people that was involved in things. Genealogy and your grandparents' accounts with the federal system, vital statistics, Department of. Absolutely. And that's what I needed you to say because I did understand what you were saying, but I wanted you to say it all the way out. Um, but we got people that still say they don't even believe in these records. They'll say, well, you believe those records, but you believe records from all these. I'm gonna be cool. All these Caucasians that have wrote books and told you was from Africa, wrote books and told you came from an ape. Darwin's theory. How long did I hear that before I found out the truth? So genealogy is prima facie to the fact. And that's why I say if you find your records, you'll find your land, you'll find your people, you'll find it all. If you just find your records, you will find your land and everything, because it's there, you know, it's really there. Um, I got so many stories, y'all, of of ancestors through doing these records. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna see which one I'm gonna pick out. I was finna go and tell y'all about the myth of the white supremacists, but I think y'all know where I'm going with that, right? Y'all know who started all these lies. The one who built everything, the one who went all over the world and traveled the seven seas. And we're gonna leave it right there. We know. We know. So people want to keep confessing to being our enemy. We need to believe them. Because when people show you who they are, you're supposed to receive it and believe it, right? So that's all I'm saying about that. I'm gonna let that stay there. Um, let me see which one of these. Okay. Um, there, my name, I think Nancy is my ninth or 10th great auntie. And they got her. And see, this is what I hate about these folks who call themselves giving us our records back after they done took them. They don't what they do. They whitewash them, shake them down, and change stuff up, and then they give it back to us all changed up, right? So this right here is supposed to be my ninth great auntie, and they got this little cartoon drawn little white lady picture up on here, pale skin little picture up in here, right? But her name was Nancy Ward, okay? And this is a little story about her. It says Nancy, he, and King Fisher were married when she was probably around. This story says 16. I got another story says 19. Okay. And this story probably gonna say they don't know her mama or nothing, but I got her mama and her dad and her sister and her brothers in the tree. But these are some stories, right, that they done came up with. Um, it says as a young mother of two, now she's 16, she got a young mother of two during the battle of Talawa. That's right here in the area where I live right now, y'all. Between where I'm at going up, I'm about an hour from Tennessee right here. I'm about 20 minutes to Alabama from where I'm at right here. So this whole area, this is during the 1868, the Atlanta battle. They call it the Atlanta battle, but it was the from the South Carolina line all the way to the Tennessee line. That's how that battle was. But they call it the Atlanta battle. That's funny, ain't it? But uh, so the battle against the Creek. So this was Cherokee and Creek, they cousins. But this was Cherokee and Creek fighting. So it says that I don't like this story. I like the other story better. But it says that she crossed behind a log, loading the guns for her husband, King Fisher, chewing on the end of a bullet because they say if you get shot, you biting a bullet, it won't hurt as bad. So it says that. So as to make them cause more damage. They said she was biting on a bullet with her teeth to make the bullet cause more damage. I ain't biting no bullet with my teeth. But it says when he was killed, Nanyahai picked up his gun and continued the battle, rallying the Cherokee to victory. The Cherokee made her the Ginga, a beloved woman. Now let me tell you about that. About 2 years now. That's the name of my matriarch group, the Ginga, the beloved war women. I did not know her then. I had not found no information on her when I found the words the Ginga, the beloved Ginga war women. Now, I knew that I had chosen the Wolf Clan. I didn't know anything about what my people were till I started doing all this research. Then I got all these documents to say, wow, I said I was a Wolf Clan. They were Wolf Clans. See? So when I saw this name and I took this name, then I find out, damn, this is my auntie. I mean, it was straight. I know the ancestors was leading and guiding me because this was like a year, almost 2 years ago when I chose this name and put it in my group. It's on my Telegram group as the women. Um, so as a beloved, it says here that um, as a beloved woman, she had a voice and a vote in general council, leadership of the Women's Council, the honor of preparing the black drink, a tea used in ceremony to purify the warriors before battle, and the right to spare the life of a prisoner already condemned to death. That's the power she had, they say. When a Cherokee war party prepared to attack illegal white settlements on the Watauga River, She was able to send warnings, see, to several of the settlements. See, what I said, we don't know what parts our people be playing in time for most of them to escape. Nanaha was trying to avert an unnecessary bloodshed of civilians, both of whites and her own people. So she was trying to spare war. One woman taken alive by the Cherokee warriors was Mrs. Bean. The whites had fled to Fort Caswell for protection. She had gone out from the fort with the other women to milk the cows, but was lagging behind when she was captured. She was sentenced to die and was being tied to a stake when Nanya exercised her right to spare. I'm sorry, yeah, to spare condemned captives. Nanya took the injured Mrs. Beam into her own home to nurse her back to health. By saving this woman's life, two things would change for the Cherokee forever. Mrs. Bean taught Nanya how to set up a loom. Y'all know what a loom is, right? Spin thread and yarn, and to weave clothes. With this skill, women came to be expected to be weaving and household chores, and men came to be farmers. You saw what they call it, reversal. Y'all with me? Y'all see the role reversal right there? Men's wasn't farming. Women and children were the farmers. But now they're weaving and sewing and making clothes and this type of stuff, right? So it says, by saving this woman's life, two things were changed, and Mrs. Bean taught her how to do the weave. With this skill, women came to expect to do the weaving, and the men's was farmer. Thus, Europeanizing the Cherokee in terms of gender roles. Y'all see that? Yeah. I mean, right there. So Mrs. Bean also tried to repay Nanyahai with dairy cows. This is when we first started eating cow and drinking milk, y'all. Because we wasn't. They brought these here. She taught the Cherokee women and the Ginga slaves. Nanyahai had been awarded the Black Slaves of Creek Warrior after the victory of the battle. They had just won a battle. So that's how they became slaves, right? Of the Talawa, and so became the first slave owner among the Cherokee. How to make butter and cheese from the milk of the cow. This introduced dairy farming to the Cherokee. The large herds required more manual labor. Soon the Cherokee would be using widespread slave labor. Wow. She did not counsel peace when she felt compromise would hurt her people. She was a negotiator at the 1785 signing of the Treaty of Hopewell. The first treaty the Cherokee made with the new United States. She signed this thing, y'all. In 1808, the Women's Council, with Nanyahai at its head, made a statement to the Cherokee people urging them not to sell any more land. Again, in 1817, she told the people to refuse any more requests for land. She also advised them to take up arms against the Americans. Who's the first Americans? If they had to. When she became too old to attend general council meetings, she sent her walking stick in her place. Nanyahai, or Nancy, as she was now called, was well aware Cherokee removal west of the Mississippi was inevitable. Brian, I don't think so, Yaziel. I don't think so. I got proof to show who was the first of Americans. That's something that people want to hold on to, but we was that. It's the most stuff go with that too. Yes, it is. Um, Brian Ward was born about 1720. He was a widow who came to American colonies from County Antrim in the North Ireland. See, that's where the Ward name came in. He was an Ireland. He served with British Army in the 1740s and fought in the French Indian War. So we can get more Irelands that fought. Yeah, okay. Okay, okay. All right. My auntie didn't say that. She knew who she was. hmm Why these folks around here? Yep. Okay. Um, then he started trading. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I missed something. Say he was in the British Army in the 1740s and fought in the French Indian War during the 1753 to 1759. Then he started trading with Cherokee people, receiving the name as Old Trader. In 1755, he witnessed the Battle of Taliwa, where he must have met the beautiful Nanya Nancy. The two were married September the 18th, 1756. They were not together long. He probably gave her the diabetes. I remember the movie. Probably gave her diabetes. Let me see, did she die? No, she probably didn't die there. Let me see. The two, let me see. Da, 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 da. Oh, he settled at Tagaloo River in Georgia, where he had another white family. She ran an inn in the women killer ford on Ocoee River, Tennessee. That's where Nancy is buried, on top of that river. It is said that they visited each other often and remained friendly. Nancy would bring their daughter Betsy with her to visit her father, or he would come there. The two families seemed to get along well. Brian died in August 15, 1815, in Franklin County, Georgia. Nancy was given by treaty reservation lands. I got that land paperwork too, y'all. December the 19th, 1818. I got that right there. Reservation number 156, 1 mile below John McIntosh on Mouse Creek, where the old trace crosses said creek from Tellico Block. House house to Hawassi Garrison, beginning at the ford and running down said Greek Creek from Compliment, is by her for diverse causes and considerations bequeathed to her granddaughter Jenny McIntosh, Nee Walker. Nee is a name. Anybody ever seen that Nee? Nee is a name I think the Germans or somebody used. They use that in they name Nee, N-E-E. When you see it, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Okay, y'all. That's what's up. Okay. Kathy Kingfisher. That was her husband's name. And to her heirs forever. Listen, forever. What is forever? See, that's heir property, y'all. Y'all heard that. The land that she was given, the treaty reservation land, is heir property. Right? Right, Rodney? The Gingai Nanyaha Nancy Ward died in 1824 and is buried near Benton, Polk County, Tennessee. And this is genealogy of her family, her children, the daughter of Nanyahai. Yeah. So this is some of the stories. I got so many stories of ancestors that is weird, to even have all of this. I'm looking for her graveyard. Her grave her grave site sits right on top of the river, y'all, the Okohe River. Her son, and her brother. Yeah, I'm looking for it. It's in this book. But I'm excited that we all are striving for to gain ourselves. Because right now they don't intend for us to be a people, y'all, and we got to save ourselves. We, they really. What was our title to you, Rodney? Give me tell me what our title was. You say they took our title and gave us Negro. See, we got so many people that they sprue stuff. We're spruing so many things, but what is really your truth? You see what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't got the same truth. Everybody ain't got the same story. Everybody ain't got the same culture for real, though. Because we have been moved around, we've been manipulated, and a lot of people have been totally abused in where they're at in their own mind. Aboriginal title. Okay. Okay. Well, like I said, um, wasn't there? I wasn't there. That's why I did what I did to try and find as much information as I could about my people, because of the fact that so many lies have been told. But I refuse to not know. And I see by me doing what I've done for the last 36 years and finding my own records, I'll speak this before I speak any other lies that's been spewed to me. I'll read these papers and I'll believe this before I believe anything else. Because if I can believe something that Darwin and all these I'm gonna be Caucasians uh put out, and all these here niggas who knew the truth wrote all these books and lied to us about our real life. Yeah, I had somebody challenging me on my records. Nigga, please, you ain't got no records. So I find it kind of hard for people to want to challenge people and they ain't even got no records. They ain't even trying to find no records. So now y'all ain't tired of me yet. Y'all let me know because I'm just sharing information that I've gotten, and I'm sure that if your family is anywhere near my family that you can relate, or you can. I mean, like I said, y'all want me to do the names tonight? Who's in here? Wasn't in here last night? I did names. I did surnames last night. You say our surnames go back before the states was established. You saying they do, or are you asking, or are you telling? Are you asking or telling? Let's see. Keep cooking. Thank you, darling. Okay, I'm gonna cook them. Listen, because I got all these books on my bed. Y'all wouldn't believe me. Y'all wouldn't believe me if I showed it. Let me show you. Y'all look at my bed. Can y'all see all the books on my bed? All them books on my bed, y'all. This is my office. This is where I really do all my work at, right here, y'all. Um, okay. I'm gonna do this one right here. Anybody, y'all know y'all familiar with Atlanta, right? Or Georgia, whatever. Okay. I'm on the camera now a little bit. I'm gonna be on the camera for a minute, y'all, because I've been hiding. Um, it was just you and Ultralight last night. Y'all want to hear the names that I have collected in my tree? Um, I have like a list from A to Z. And before I end the live, I'll do the list of names so that who's ever in the chat, I don't even know how many people in the chat, y'all. I can't even tell. But I ain't gonna mess with that screen because I might do something wrong. But yeah, I have a list from A to Z, and I love to do it so because I like for y'all to know that I have attachments to your name. If you find your name in my tree, you know I got some records. So my thing is that we need to take and come together. All of us who got records, all of us who connected, we need to come together and we can. I mean, what can we not do if we come together, y'all? And that's all I'm here for. I'm here to try to come together, for us to come together. That's all I want to do. I want to know why this is up here. Let me see. Can I remove it? Edit layout? No, I want this just moved. Why is it there? Okay, I don't know how I got there, y'all, but anyway, I'm not hiding. I'm right here, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming, though, for real. Thank y'all so much for coming. Um, but I'll probably turn the camera back out because I'm hiding behind the banner, and I don't really like that. But there's a community in Atlanta that is almost near. It's the same. It's some of the war zone. Like I told you, they was fighting from Carolina all the way down through here. And I'm an hour from downtown Atlanta from where I live now, North Georgia. And when I tell you that that's a lot of distance to be talking about you fighting in Atlanta, but you way up in Tennessee. So, okay, but this story is about the Soundtown community. And this is where the Creek Indians were prior to the Cherokee before that, during that war period of time. And it says for most new residents to South Fulton, any reference to Sandtown evokes thoughts of Sandtown Park, Sandtown Church, or the former Sandtown Elementary School, now A. Philip Randolph. I used to drive a school bus for that school. As late as 1950, county maps recognize Sandtown boundaries as bordered by the city of Atlanta and extended on Campbellton Road. Everybody know what Campbellton Road is if they've been in Atlanta. um, from Enon Road to the Chattahoochee River. Okay. Others can remember when Campbell's Grocery at the corner of Boat Rock and Campbellton was the local source of shopping for the community. At the same time, Sandtown Crossroads were near Boat Rock because the river, y'all, and Cascade. Fulton Industrial was not even on the map. Anybody know Atlanta? They know Fulton Industrial now is just an industrial place, but it wasn't even on the map. It was never trees, y'all. And if you go up Fulton Industrial now and you see all these buildings, all this, I mean, you couldn't even imagine it was trees like that. But Creek Indians, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Others can remember. No, I'm sorry, I read that already. It's a landmark, y'all. See? It is a landmark. What I'm reading about, that's why I'm reading it, because um, it's a real event. So it says here that the Creek Indians, to understand the Sandtown story, one must also understand some of the history of Creek Indians in the South. The Creeks were one of the 19 tribal groups that once lived in Alabama and Georgia. Following the Creek War in 1813, the Creeks was forced to give up huge tracts of land in Alabama and to move in large numbers into Georgia. Hmm. To get more interesting facts about the Creek Indians, click here. Okay. Having been forced into Atlanta, the Creeks settled in an area around the island of the Chattahoochee River. Earlier, a group of Creek Indians had named the area Buzzard Roost. The new group of Creeks chose to name the area Sandtown, which was Octahasi in Creek language, they say. Folklore suggests that Creeks chose the Sandtown name because of the sandy rock terrain found in the area. In reality, Sandtown was the name of the town which the Creeks had originated. The practice of naming a new settlement after an old one was not uncommon. Thus, for many years, their frontier community was known by two names, Sand and Town, and Buzzard Roost. Sandtown and Buzzard Roost. The oldest community by 1821, the Creeks surrendered more land. They started taking land, which was to become Henry and DeKalb County. Henry is so far from there, what we talking about, DeKalb too. At the same time, more Euro American settlers had also come into the area. The Sandtown Buzzard Roost community was now a frontier settlement for adventurers and gold seeking seekers going west. And as such, Sandtown was wild and undisciplined. Y'all hear that? He said they were wild and undisciplined. Them Indians over there wasn't having it. But the thing that set out right there to me was the fact the more Euro American settlers, they came there looking for gold. Now, when I tell you it's a street right up the street from me, it's called Gold Mine Road. You go to a little park right up through there, and they got the park where it's a river there. They got big old. As a matter of fact, some years ago, somebody stole the fish. They have these big goldfishes out there, and somebody went out there and stole the fish. They still paying gold out there, y'all. They still to this day have the little, you know, what they call it, they little activity. When they in the summer, they have the children out there like they paying gold. They get little pieces of gold out there. So this is near coming this way when they was in this battle, from what I'm reading, from where Sandtown is to where I live now. All of this where I live now was war zone. They have these plaques, all these plaques to show you all up and down the road where they was warring, Sherman, the war when they burnt Atlanta and shit, right? Yeah, this is what I'm reading about, actually, some of that same kind of stuff that was going on and how they was. And then so this particular area is only about 10 minutes from Six Flags over Georgia. Anybody familiar with what those Six Flags were prior to them being Six Flags? They was our biggest biggest storage place of eating. Everybody knows those was the food. That was the cornfields. Um, the what's that Indian 500 out there in Jonesboro where they raced them cars? That was another one. All Six Flags were community garden, like the biggest that you could ever see. They raised it. It was mounds out there at Six Flags. That's why those rides can go up and like they do. They they took the mounds and they grind them up and use them for fillers. Y'all do know that, right? I ain't telling y'all nothing new. I know when it comes to talk about how they destroyed the land. If you look at your golf courses, you can tell all your golf courses is on some sacredity. They ups and downs, the mounds that's around there. All these recreational parks, they are on ley lines and centers of, you know, energy lines and stuff that our ancestors knew about. When you look at all these big white churches, if you look up, they on a hill. Even most of these Walmart, my Walmart out here, we got the paperwork from when they built the Walmart. They said they found femurs and stuff. They found bones. So these are the type of things that our ancestors went through by being in this land in the time prior to us. They went through a whole lot of things to establish us, and they never in their lives felt like, I know they did, felt like they was working hard to leave something, a legacy for us that we would never even understand and have the mind to get. They left us with legacy. And in 1933, when they bankrupt the government and the government went bankrupt, our ancestors was the only one that had collateral. Our ancestors was the only one that could save the bank. They had to give up their gold and their silver, and that's how what saved the bank. And then they put us under the birth certificates and the socials. But the socials came first because the socials came by way of our men who had to go in the military, and they had to give them a social to go. And then when they came back, they had to, I'm sorry, they had to get, I said it backwards. They had to give them a birth certificate to go. But when they came back in order to get a job, they had to give them a social. So it's always working around us and us being here and us being the collateral for everything that they was doing. None of them could live without us because those Asia addicts, I would love to see if they got a birth certificate. And that if it's being traded on Dow Jones, on Dow like our stuff is. See, we've been traded every day. That makes you a stockholder in the corporation, right? Anybody agree? Disagree? What time is it? 1:11. Okay. What time? How long I've been on here? 2 hours, y'all. We're gonna do 2 hours. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Um, I hope I'm saying something that makes sense. I intend to be anyway. I hope somebody's getting something out of what I'm saying. Just trying to show you that our people played some major roles in a lot that happened here. You know, like I said, this is a whole story about Atlanta and the Civil War. Yes, they are. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like that everywhere. We could just go. And let me tell y'all this. Anybody do any Okay, I'll say it like this. Through when I met Nancy, the one that I read the story about, I found out through reading the stories that in order to honor our ancestors, that what we are to do is stones, shells, and rocks and stuff like that is what one of the readings said that our ancestors honored when we go to the graveyard and honor them that way. So of course I didn't find any, but I went to Michael's and bought me all kinds of beautiful shells and stones, and I've had them in my house now for about a good 6 to 8 months, just in my absorbing my energy and with me in my space, because that's a journey that I want to make. 'Cause I found about 7 years ago, I was out here. I've been out here for 15 years. About 7 years ago, I found 20 minutes up the road a big white church with 1,800 relatives in the ground. And I'm like, wow, they're my people, but they like 200 miles from where they originated from, that way. But that graveyard is right here where I'm at. So I'm in the area where my people were. I'm right here on these grounds where they was fighting, doing these wars and battles, with the Euro American settlers. The Euro American settlers. But I really enjoy sharing. I'm going to do these names now, I think, because it'll take us out of him. Okay, let's see. Find your people, you find your land. Anybody got some land grants yet? We got to be body, y'all. We got to recover everything that the cankerworm has eaten up. Oh, here go Nancy's national number. See, I got her. She's the daughter of revolutionary. See, we supposed to be on that too, Sister Queen, y'all. We supposed to be the daughters of revolutionary. Our folks fought those wars. We didn't let these people do the whole coup d'etat on us with our records and everything. That's why 3 years ago when my mom passed, I said, Mom, I'm gonna have a cultural, a heritage and cultural center uh, society set up in your grandfather's name, because they were the Ekota tribe. They were the tribe that fought in the Georgia versus Worcester. That was my great grandfather. So I told Mom, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna create everything that we need. Everything we need, we got to be the one to do it. We need our own community. Hey, Auntie Light, how you doing, sweetie? Salute. We got to create our own community, y'all. We can't depend on them to do nothing for us. And as I said, if anybody ever think about coming to Atlanta to move, go to People's Town. Let's get an apartment over there. We need to put all the Indians, Aboriginals, whatever we calling ourselves. We need to be over there in that community, and we need to hold it down and make sure, because the community is secure. The people just don't know who they are. So we need those of us who are knowing the truth of who we are to be about the business of helping those that don't know. Because a lot of us has been misled and lied to. A lot of us, I mean, it's sad. It's sad that our people don't even want to hear the truth, because they done absorb this lie so hard. So I just admonish y'all to really just, like, every chance you get, try and encourage. I mean, 'cause I send out good energy towards my children, that Somebody will touch them and tell them what I've been telling them, and they say, "Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and grab it. We gotta hope. We gotta have hope for them. Um, so I'm gonna call off some names now. I'm gonna start with my A's. I have Albert, Abrams, Abraham, Adams, Adamson, Ainsworth, Alexander, Allen. I think I'll do this every time I do a live because I'm looking for my people. Okay? Y'all in my tree. If you hear your name, you're in my tree. Let's do some work. Alexander, Allen, Addison, Arnold, Askew, Austin with the I and the O, Bridges, Brian, Bailey with the I and without the I, Bagley, Banks, Barbara, Barr, Barrett, Barrows, Bassett, Beatty is, Billups, Beans, Burden, Butts, Beavers, Beckwith, Beeson, Belcher, Belvin, Benson, Bibbs, Bryant, and Bryan. Biggs, Bird Song, Blair, Bledsoe, Blocker, Blue, Blunt. You got a blunt? Boatwright, Bowden, Bonham, Carter, Coleman, Coley, Kennard, Cook, Cotton, Cox, Craig, Cravens, Crawford, Critton, Croons, Crutchfield, Cubic, Carver, Comfort, Cunford, Comfort. Now we're going to the D's. We got Dangerfield, Daniel, Daughtry, that's with the E and the ER, Davis, Dempsey, Dixon and Dixer, Dodds and Dotson, Douglas with two S and with one S, Duckett, Dumas, Duncan, Dukes, Durant. The E's, Eastman, Easton, Edwards, Ellison, that's with the SON, and Ellis. You heard at least three last night. Okay. Then we got Everett, Irving, and Irwins. Fisher, Forrest. I'm sorry. Fisher, Foster, Ford, Fox, Freeman, Ferguson, French, Fuller, Franklin, Fowler, Franks, Fields, Fleming, Ferris, and Ferris. That's Farris. Then we got I'm sorry. Green, Gray, Graham, Griffin, Gibson, Gordon, Gardner, Garcia, Grant, George, Gibbert, Garrett, Gates, and Gay. The H's, we got Harris, Harrison, Harvey, Hillard, Hatley, Hines, Hawkins, Hodges, Haywood, Hogan, I'm sorry, Henderson, Hollyford, Henry, Holford, Hester, Holloway, Hicks, Holiday with the two L's and with the one L, Hills, Hatcher, Holland, and Hollins. Daniel, okay, yeah, Davis, okay. Holtz, Homer, Hornback, Horton, Howell, Humes, Humphrey, Hunter, Hutchinson, Hyatt, Hyatt Regency. The I's we got, and Hooper is in the H. Ingram, Irvin, Ivy, Inman, and Irwin, Irwin. Jackson, Jacobson, Jameson, James, Jefferson, and Jeffries. Jeter, John, Johnson, and Johnston. Jolly and Jones. The K's, we got Kelly, King, Kennedy, Kirk, Kemp, Kirby, Klein, Kerr, Kerr, Knapp, Knapp, Knox, Coach, Koch. Ain't them some rich folks, y'all? Coach. Ain't them some rich folks? Kerr, Kerr. Klein, that's some rich folks too, ain't Klein, Kilin? Ain't them some rich folks, y'all? Kramer, they stole our inheritance, y'all. I'm telling you, they stole our inheritance. Kane, Knight, here go the L's. Lawson, Lawrence, Lewis, Lee, Long, Lynch, Lucas, Little, Leonard, Lowe, Lawson, Lane. I don't know what this is. Luke, Lewknor. I say that every time, y'all. I don't know what that one is. M, we got Miller, Moore, Martin, Murphy, Mitchell, Morris, Morgan, Meyer, McDonald, Murray, Marshall, Marshall's, Meyer with the EY, and then Myers with the YER. McNair. We in the ends, y'all. Nelson, Nichols. Yeah, we is. Newman, Neal, Newton, Norris, Norton, Norman, that's one of mine. Nicholson, Nash, Nolan, and Noble. Olsen, Owens, Oliver, O'Brien, Owens, Osane with the A, Osborne, O'Connor, or ORR, Osborne with the, you got it both ways with the E on the end and without an E. Then you got Ortiz and Ott, OTT. Wow. In the P's, we got Peterson, Phillips, Parker, Parkerson, Price, Perry, Patterson, Porter, Palmer, and Palmer, P-A-R, and P-A-L. Okay? Peter, Pierce, Payne, Page. You got the Q's. Quinn, Quigley. Queen. All right, Queen. Queen is the last name. Quillen, Quells, Quarters, Quirk, Quintana, Quackenbush, Quimby, and Quiller. I don't know them, y'all. In the R's, this is where I come in at. Robinson, Roberts, that's me. Reed, R-E-E and R-I-D. Roger, Rogers, Richardson, Ross, Russell, Reynolds, Robinson, Ryan, Rose, Rice, Rule, Russell, and Rutledge. Got Smith, Scott, Stewart, Sullivan, Sanders, Stevens, Snyder, Simmons, Shaw, Stone, Smith, SCHMIDT, Simpson, and Sapp. The T's, we got Taylor, Thomas, Thompson, Turner, Tucker, Thornton, Todd, Terry, Townsend, Tyler, Tate, and Tanner. Hi, R1. How you doing? Peace and power to you. Salute. Then we got the U, Underwood, Urban, Unger, Upton, Orrich, Upchurch, Ulmer, Underhill, Utley, Ursher. I don't know what his name is, y'all. UHL. UHL. That's the last name, y'all. Upshaw. The V's. We got Vaughn, Vincent, Vance, Valentine, Vogel. Uh, we got Vaughn spelled two ways. It's with the GHAN and the GHN. We got Vincent, VOGT. I don't know what that name is either, y'all. Valdez, Voss, Vickers, and Vernon. For the W's, we got Williams, Wilson, White, Walker, Wright, Wood, Woods. Okay. Ward, Wards, Watson, Wallace, West, and Wagner. Xavier for the X. Yeah, I told you I got all the way to Z, y'all. It's funny. Xavier, Xander, Xenos, Exanios, Exnoskit. Oh my goodness, these names is crazy, y'all. XENAKIX, XANDERS, XIQUES, XIMENES. Y'all, I don't know these people, but these names are crazy, ain't they? XUR, XUEREB, XAVER, XYDIAS, and XINOS. I don't know these people, but they in my tree, y'all. Now we got the Youngs and the Y. Young, Yates, York, Yoder, Jaeger, Yost, YOST, Youngblood, Yarborough, Yancey, Younger, Yunt, and Youngs. The last is disease, y'all. We got Zimmerman. Three ways to spelling Zimmerman, y'all. ERMAN, or that's with the I, or you got it with the E, or you got it ZIMMERMANN. So it's three ways to spell Zimmerman. Then you got Zager, Zimmer, Zegler, Zetter, Zink, Zelensky, Zen, Zook. And there you have it. Those are the names that I have. Not all, that's not all of them, but these are the names that I have researched and found that are living relatives in my tree as of today. So, what y'all think? Anybody, did nobody find no names? Oh, Williams, I already know you had to put your name in there, did you, Williams? Because you heard it, didn't you? I really enjoy y'all. Y'all know I could do this another hour now, but I don't want to hold y'all. I got plenty of work. I got plenty of stuff to share. Yeah, but they don't even know who they is. That's the sad part about it. It would be a whole total different thing if our people really. I mean, I talked to some of my people, and they told me they was Africans, and I put by their name. Don't call them no more because they don't want to know. See, so I mean, I got low tolerance. I don't have no tolerance for. So I really don't have no tolerance for Africans. My people want to be African. I have to let them be. You know. But I got pictures of people that I never would have thought I'd know. Real pictures of my real people. Um, let's see. Let's see, can y'all see there? I wish that banner wasn't in the way. See, she's born in 1800 or something right here. Let me see. Who was that? This one right here. Her name is Lily Turner. Right. Let me see what the camera. Right there. That's Lily Turner, and she's born in 1870. Um, y'all heard of Dumas' name? This is a Dumas right here. Wait a minute. I'm going the wrong way. Right there. That's a Dumas right there. I'm going the wrong way. Right there. That's a Dumas right there. Can y'all see them? Those are the Indians that was in this land prior to these people, what they did to us. Those are some of my relatives. This right here is my great granddaddy, Frank Shanks, at the bottom down now. Wait a minute, where is that? Right there. Can y'all see it pretty good? This is one of the atrocities that our people went through. The whites only situation when this had to be during the time of when they done did the coup d'etat. See, this right here is my great uncle who is in on my wall right now, who led me to the 220 acres of land 30 something years ago. That one right there. Uh-oh. I'm going the wrong way on the paper. Right there. That one. That's Uncle Joe Roberts. This had to be a Moore right here, y'all. Where he at? Wait a minute. Can you see him right there with his garb on? Can y'all see him with my friend? He had to be a Moore, y'all. But he married to one of my aunties. Utah Depository, there are pyramids in Rocky Mountain. Yeah, absolutely it is. Hi, Darvis. How you doing, cousin? That's my real cousin right there, y'all. I got rugs the tiles together for real. But he's a Moore and I'm not. He was a Moore. Oh yeah, Darvis, you heard you that's what you jumped up here. You want to see him, Darvis? Let me see what I did with him. Uh, Darvis, you funny. Let me see where he at. Oh, here you go right here. That's a bigger one of him. He was a blackamoor too, wasn't he? Tell he didn't fit in. Let me stop. You see him, Darvis? Then he got on that guard. What's that guard? Let me put these back in here. I got something else that show you since you came in here messing with me. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. My cousin came in here and started me up. Y'all still rocking with me? Or y'all want me to shut it down? I'm here for I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. Y'all still with me? I'm finna show y'all something. If y'all still with me, let me see. Y'all still with me? I wish I could take this banner down. You rocking with me? That's all right. Keep cooking. All right. I want this banner down, y'all. Let me see. This banner is. I'm scared to do something, y'all. I'm scared I might mess up everything. Everything be going on. Exit solo layout. Okay, I better not do that. It said remove from the stage. It might take me up out of here. Okay, y'all, I'm finna do something else. Where my book at? I want this book right here, I think. Hold on. I do this every day, y'all. I have books all over my bed every day, just like this. I be it's crazy, but that's what I do. Okay, here I come back. I had to go get a book. I had to go get a book, y'all. I had to go get this book. Look at this book right here, Davis. I'm glad you came in. Look at this book right here, Davis. Can you see it? I want that banner down. Can you see it? I wish OG come in here and help me. You see that? Can y'all see it? Can you see it? You want me to read it? I want you to see how pretty it is, though. You see the goal is this is 1881 to 1981, y'all. And it says the United Supreme Council, ancient and accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry, Prince Hall affiliation, Northern jurisdiction, USA Inc. 100th anniversary. You see it now? Y'all see it now, right? Y'all see it, nephew. Now, check this out, y'all. This their 100-year anniversary. Now, guess who book this supposed to be, y'all? Let me see if you can see his name. Wait a minute. Let me try to line it up. Y'all see that? Who is Prince William Hall, y'all? On the inside, y'all, look what it say. It say Freemasonry. Somebody wrote this in here. I guess Prince wrote it in here himself. Freemasonry is worship of the fallen angels and gods, lords, fallen ones, and etc. Look, I wish I could get that thing down because I'm struggling with showing y'all what I want to show you. Wait a minute. Can you see it? Can y'all see that? Y'all gonna have to help me out now because I can't hold. Yeah, y'all see it? Let me know when you see it because I can't hold it too long. Let me move some of this other junk out my way so I can get a little more comfortable. Because this finna be fun, y'all, if y'all want to do it. Uh, okay. Look, y'all, I even got the little machine to make the noise, y'all. I don't know how to whip this mess. Let me cut this stuff off. Okay. Um. Okay, you saw it, sweetie. Thank you. All right. Now, what this says is a prologue to progress. That's what this is right here. When you look at it, wait a minute. Let me bring it over some. See, it says it's got dates on it. Y'all see that wheel? Y'all see the wheel, right? King David Supreme Council, D. Bellew Supreme Council. Those are different councils, right? So it says here that the United Supreme Council, ancient and accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry, Prince Hall affiliation, Northern Jurisdiction, USA Inc. And it started, excuse me, it says 1850, King David's Supreme Council. And it goes from the top. You know, they work like a clock. They always do their symbols in like a clock, y'all. Okay? So it starts at 12, goes to 3, goes to 6. You know, they set their stuff up kind of like that all the time. What's the, what happened? 1850 King David Supreme Council. Going around to the right, you got 1864, the D. Bellew Supreme Council. 1869, you got the Southern and Western Supreme Council, District of Columbia. Then you go to 1870, you got the Star of Bethlehem Supreme Council, Baltimore, Maryland. Then you go to 1879, you got King Frederick Supreme Council. Okay. And it says at the bottom, display of the 5 original Supreme Council resulting in 2. So 5, the resulting in 2, which means you got the Northern and the Southern District. That's what they did. So here you got the article of their union. The articles of their union, okay? This book is this thick, y'all. You see how thick this book is? Historical sketches. It's got stuff about historical sketch. In the beginning, the Masonic tradition informs us, and it is generally accepted that the Scottish Rite degrees were first practiced among Prince Hall Freemasons by brethren residing in the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The date of their first working is also accepted as being in the early years of the 19th century, about 1850. And the Count de Saint Laurent, 33 degree, a deputy inspector general for the Supreme Council of the French West Indies and of the Supreme Council of the France, conferred the 33 degree on Brother David Leary of Prudence Lodge number 11, Philadelphia, M.W. Prince Hall Grand Lodge, F and A.M. of Penna. The African Grand Council, Valerius Princes of Jerusalem of Philadelphia. Is recognized as being the earliest Scottish Rite body operating among the early brethren, conferring the 4 degree to the 16 degree. Who messing with my thing? All right, y'all, don't be messing with my thing. I saw that. It's 9 people in the chat with me. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Oh, I'm gonna get to that with you. I'm going right on over there in a few minutes, nephew. Yeah, absolutely. The Turners was big. All of us had land. It ain't like One had no more than all them names is royals. All of them is royals. The African Grand Council, Valerius Prince of Jerusalem of Philadelphia, hmm, hmm, is recognized as being the earliest Scottish Rite body operating among the early brethren, conferring the 4th degree to the 16th degree, inclusive. Its warrant of constitution antedated that of King David Council. A meager, a merger of the two councils was effected under the Constitution of African Grand Council, VPJ, on November the 20th, 1885. The Consolidated Council pledged its allegiance to the King David Supreme Council, 33 degree, and became a part of its King David organizational structure. Biblical, again, can we say biblical? It's King David's, is all this, you know, grand architect, designers, all this is biblical type situation. Everything that the government is set up under, from over there to over here, is biblical laws and their statutes and all their things that they set up, right? So, but at the same time, they were over there, we were over here, but we all still were relative, because I got my records that show that I'm relative to them and they relative, from over there. But at the same time, we were doing business. It was business. A lot of stuff was happening as business. Charters was given and stuff. But then when it came to talk about this, a lot of magician and a lot of stuff took place with this type of situation here. So now I'm going to skip over here to the Zodiac Constitution, because I'm curious to the question that you just asked, nephew, about the timeline. Because this timeline here, we're looking at 1850. The first article of the Moabite Zodiac Constitution says that the 12 signs of the zodiac and the code of the mathematical scaling from 0 to 9 and the science of geometry comprise the constitution of the living Moorish nations of North America, referred to as Negroes. So, who was the first Negroes? It was not us. Okay? Is that so? Sister Jackie Brown came up in. Hey, darling, thank you. Thank you for gracing my panel. My chat. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. So we're talking about the Negroes who ruled the world and the 7 seas by the 12 signs of the zodiac and the science of the geometry, the G. Remember, they wear the G on their finger, and they used to say, because I used to mess with them all the time. When you see them with the G on their hand, you cover their hand, and you declare you the God of, all this old stuff. This was some of the stuff that the Moors used to say, or the Masonic people. The Moors is very new. It was Masonic. So a lot of people, when we say, well, Moors was mentioned in our family, but if you ask them about Masonics or Masons, they'll tell you, oh yeah, my daddy was a brick mason. Because mine was too, right? But this Moor thing, it's a very new thing, because it came out, it kind of started like some of these other religions, like we was Christians, and all of a sudden now, it's like we graduate from one step to another, trying to get out of this bullshit. And that's how I see it. It was like, man, we went through all these avenues trying to find our way to get away from the bullshit. So so it says that they For they sell the seven seas, y'all, by the 12 signs of the zodiac and that sacred geometry of G for 1196 years. Now, if somebody on the sea for that long, that means they ain't got no land. If they was kicked out, and they was kicked out for heinous crimes, the same thing that we see people doing in our land right now today, eating the babies. This is a lot of wicked shit they was doing, truth be told, because they wasn't allowed to stay in their own land for the wickedness of their own soul. So, therefore, they up and down on the waterway. That's why it said, we ruled that, we ruled this. I mean, come on, come on, come on, come on. You lost what you ruled, but then you end up on the sea, pillaging and ravishing. That's one of the words they love to use too, ravish. Ravish means rape. So they was ravishing women and children, moving folks around, savage life. G don't stand for God, it stands for sacred geometry. God is German that don't have no meaning to mean nothing. You come out better saying good than saying God. I don't understand it. I don't understand it because they take it as a power thing. But when you know the history, I mean, why would you even want to be it, knowing that your granddaddy slept with your mama to make you? That's a whole mind fuck in itself to me. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Those people had to be some mixed up minds in their own self. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. When we look at confused mind people now, we see a lot of people that are very confused. They think they're a girl and they're a boy, or they think that's a state of confusion. And back some years ago, that you would get a check for that mentality. You could get a crazy check for being what they are calling normal now. So what I'm saying here in this first article about the Negroes who ruled the world and the seven seas for 796 years. It says that they ruled up until something called the Amazon Dutch German. I wish somebody would look that up while we're on this line, because y'all need to know about this. This is how all this shit's supposed to be set up. The Amazon Dutch Germans and the Catholic priesthood, fathers of the revolution, y'all, 1799. So that was way before 1850, nephew. The Zodiac was way before this here. So they had this revolutionary with these priesthood, these fathers. Listen, Abraham, 3 sons. You got Ishmael, you got Isaac and Yaakov, Jacob. Them three religion, y'all. Them three faith. And in my understanding, Islam did come first. Why they playing? Because Ishmael was the Islamic one, and he helped his father build the temple. So, and they started worshiping the black stone, the cobblestone. That's why it's a circle. They do this circles. That's what circles, circus, all that goes all along with this this situation. Suppose those people were your ancestors. We are God's. Our ancestors were the children of the Most High. Listen, cuz like I say, the Most High wasn't over there. The Most High was everywhere, right? But when you talk about that land over there, Psalms 83 says that the children of Lot set up a confederate to come over here and do this to us. What's a confederate? That's what they did. And it names every last one of those seeds of Lot's two children, Ammon and Moab, and all the seed. And all the way through the Bible escapade of so-called Yasha Allah, not no damn Israelites. It's Yasha Allah Abraya. That's the true name of the people that you choose to want to link to. It's oh boy, you see that right there? Look, okay. I'm not going to contend with that, but I'm telling you, we were not there. Y'all were there and y'all came here to do this to us. Hey, they probably was some of my cousins. They might have been some of my ancestors. But still, they dirty. They dirty. I got some there that's dirty. Just because they were, don't mean that they still can do what they did then to me. I would not allow them to do it now. But as I was saying, the Zodiac Constitution puts it in all in perspective to me. Because in 1799, they had something called the Sisters of the Magna Carta. Now, we all know of the Magna Carta being what? A document, right? We know of it being a document. But we talking about them wives of them Moors now, probably. They became the sisters. They became the ones that the daughters of revolutionary, because it says it here in this Constitution. I know y'all looked it up when I gave it to y'all a long while back to get this and look it up and read it yourself, because it tells you that they set up marriage. The daughters of revolution set up marriage in order to get to control. So this is all part of the Moorish diet. All of this, if you read it, you'll see the roles that is being played upon us by people that say they us. I mean, it's really you know Obadiah. Do you know Obadiah Israel? Cuz ain't no enemies telling me nothing. I know what I know. I studied this stuff before I hadn't even known you could. I mean, I mean, who is this? Who is this, cuz? You know who this is? Is that the Lord? Who is this? Who is that? Is that fat? What's his name? Muhammad, the man that y'all say went and wrote something that couldn't read. Is that him? Anybody? Farad, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's him, wasn't it? Is he black or white? I mean, is he what? I mean, what is he? Look like Jesus over there. Look like they all the same to me. But anyway, this, I just really wanted y'all to see some of this Moorish stuff. I'm gonna show y'all some of these. Look, who was the president? Who was the president when they did this book? Y'all know who that is, right? Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan helped them put this book together, y'all. He gave them a letter. He said, I am delighted to send greetings to the United Supreme Council. How about that, y'all? The president. They got, listen, that's why they do so much and tell y'all. We got a treaty. The treaty. Don't nobody see how they was put in place? They were literally put in place. Just like all these foreigners being put in place now against us. I'm just saying. You gotta know the enemy, man. Yeah, you gotta know it. He said he's delighted to send greetings to the United Supreme Council, ancient and accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, Prince Hall affiliation. No, and see, Hawk just proved the other night that this Prince Hall thing was all fake anyway. Y'all remember? Did anybody see that with me? He just proved that dealing with this type of stuff bring generation curses on your body, on your whole lineage. Did nobody see that one? Oh, y'all got to go back and watch that over there on AP. Hawk School and AP got down with that one because it was showing how these people were making oath. They was making oath. They cut their throat. They certain things they did, it would bring a curse on the bodies of their ancestors. You saw it? Okay. Um, then you got the governor of Pennsylvania, y'all. He's in this book. So this, would you say this a government organization? If all of them is being delighted, Supreme Council 33 degree AA Scottish Rite, Sovereign Grand Commander, Honorable Russell Gideon. Did he do the Gideon Bible? I mean, y'all, I'm just saying, this is crazy. Dear Dr. Gideon, it is a real pleasure for me to congratulate the United Supreme Council, Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, Prince Hall Affiliation, Northern Jurisdiction USA, Inc., upon the 100th anniversary of its founding. What the world? It is a real pleasure for me to congratulate the United Supreme Council and the Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, Prince Hall Affiliation. Founded in 1881 in Philadelphia, Prince Hall Scottish Rite Masons have contributed to the growth of our city and nation by sponsoring many charitable benefits. Oh, okay, y'all. Y'all see this? They work for them. Benevolent programs. I am very pleased that Prince Hall Scottish Rite Masons will convene at the Sheraton Hotel May 9th through the 12th. Oh, they had oh my goodness, 1981. The Continental meeting will offer your delegates an opportunity to enjoy the heritage of our city. Wow. That's interesting. Then it has the history of Scottish Rite. Got a temple. Got a temple in here. Y'all want to see some faces and see if you can see maybe some of your granddaddies or great folks or something up in here? Let me see. Wow. Let's see, can we see somebody? Somebody might recognize somebody. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of them right there, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me see. Can I get it right? Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Okay. Can y'all see that a little bit, please? I'm trying to get it straight. Okay. There they go. Y'all see all of them? They look like y'all, don't they? They look like us, y'all. They look like us, y'all. Yeah. Y'all see these grand sheets? And then there's a slew of names, y'all. It's all they, a slew of names. Okay, here goes some of them. Who is this? He is the Lieutenant Grand Commander. Anybody know him? And he is the Grand Minister of the state. Y'all see the costume? Y'all, who is these right here, y'all? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm doing something wrong. Gotta get to the camera. Can y'all see them? They sharp though, ain't they, y'all? Look at him. He just smiled. Oh, both of them just smiling. Can y'all see him? There's a lot of people in this book, y'all. There's a lot of people in this book. I'm sure if I check, I'll find some names in my tree, y'all. I don't doubt it. I really don't know what my thing doing. Okay. But look, y'all want to see their wives? There's some wives in here too, y'all. Where is the sisters at? Here they go. Here they go. Here go the ladies, the Eastern Stars or whatever they were. Yeah. Go. Okay. Y'all see her? Okay, let's see here. I got some more of them. They got on their garb too. Y'all see them, right? And they from everywhere. They from everywhere. Look. Let's see if we can see this one. Wait a minute. Okay. Can you see it, y'all? These are the wives of these men in this book. But this is what, let me show you this right here. Naomi, they got a Naomi assembly of Cascadium Assembly, a Harrisburg Assembly. They got all kind of assemblies, y'all. Oh, wait, I read y'all. They credo. They creed. What is it? They creed. History of the Order of the Golden Circle. Have anybody ever heard of the Golden Circle? Anybody ever heard of the Golden Circle? Got to be some interesting stuff in there, huh? I would think. It was something that I saw in here was very, very prevalent when I saw that they had these things all over the world. Let me see, can I find what I'm talking about? They had lodges, and they were talking about in Japan. And let me see what that was. Here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. This is it right here, y'all. Look. Look at this, y'all. What does it say? History of the Orient of Japan. You don't see that? Early years. You don't see that? And then look at this page. Look who they is. Y'all gotta tell them, do y'all see this, y'all? Ah, that's Japan right there. Okay? Then let me see. Let me see, I'm going back. I'm going back further. Consistories. What the hell is a consistory? Now, look at this one. History of the Orient of Asia, y'all. What does this mean? These are the sniggers that was running this for 100 years. What does this really mean, y'all? No wonder we got all these immigrants. Is this really what it's all about? Look, Turkey. It says Turkey. Y'all see? Oh, I'm trying to go the wrong way. Y'all see Turkey right there? Some Maricel Turkey. These are consistories that they got. It's number 96. Here go the one in Spain. 99. Don't see that? This book details Masons all over the world. Spain and Turkey inspectors, y'all. These are Iran Grand inspectors. You see this? Do we see any way how we got in this position? These niggas over here. What they say? Spain Grand inspectors. I don't know what y'all see what I see or not. I guess I might be crazy. I might be reaching. I might be reaching, huh? Northern jurisdiction. See, the northern jurisdiction, you have to remember that. This what they weren't down south like that. They was a northern jurisdiction. Shackleford. Didn't I read of Shackleford in my family? I'm sure it is. Look at this happy snigger here. Look at this happy snigger right here. Look at it. Look at it. Ready to tell somebody a lie and take something. I'm telling you. This is some crazy stuff. I mean, I've been had this book a while. Guess where I got this book at, y'all? Found this book at the Goodwill. Thank you, Sister Jackie. Thank you so much, honey. Found this book at the Goodwill, y'all. 100th anniversary of niggas who been putting it to us, y'all. These are the people that we should be looking at. People like this. They took pride in doing this. They took pride in doing this. United States Council. They got certificate. Look, that's a certificate from the United States. It's got a seal on it and everything. So they work for somebody. That's they work for somebody. And it was all about Philadelphia. Remember? Philadelphia is where what they say it all began. I will. Okay. Where it all began in Philadelphia, brotherly love, right? Man, I tell you, thinking about the Philadelphia and the brother love, man, really all that came from Pennsylvania and that Vania. That's because of remember about the bloodsuckers. That has a lot to do with a whole lot of stuff, y'all. We got to put we got to start putting pieces together as to what really happened to us because right now all I see is a bunch of so but Sister Jackie, you missed the name calling. I just now called off all the names in my tree. But is that your maid name or your married name, Brown sister? All right, y'all. What's up, y'all? Y'all so quiet in the chat. I feel like I be talking to myself sometimes. I get a little antsy with that, cause y'all know I'm all over here. See them round trees right there, cuz. Can you see the round tree? The round this he owned this land. These folks owned this land. And this came from a dig site, y'all. I'm out here where this dig site is now. This is where I live. So, Mama Chief, how did classism and racism meet? Or did they? Classism and racism? Nah, ain't no classism or racism. This just a whole coup d'etat. And it's a myth of white supremacy. I didn't get to that part, did I? Myth. This was a myth of white supremacy. White supremacy. These Moors said, right here it says that the 12 Germans of the 48 Union States Society and also the 9 judges of the Supreme Court were founded upon the Moorish nation 12 signs of the zodiac constitution and the mathematical scaling of the 0 through 9. Thus, without our Moorish constitution, the Magna Carta, the Emancipation Proclamation, the Union Society of the myth of white supremacy definitely wouldn't even happen. 1863. So that was like 13 years after these Prince Hall folks came. They say 1850, right? So this says 63. So then it says that the Zodiac Constitution birthright. See, this is where they come in and tell us what they tell us, right? It says that their birthright of Moorish Americans This is why they changed their name to Bays and L's, okay? Because they have a birthright by being a Bay and an L. Since the 12 Germans of the 48 Union States of the Magna Carta document of white supremacy and the 9 judges of their Supreme Court were founded upon the Moorish zodiac 12 signs of the mathematic constitution. The lawmakers have no jurisdiction over the Moors, the Bays, and the L's. That's why them other niggas go to jail. In the inherited land, you hear this now, right? The inherited land. How? How, Sway? Of the Moorish nation. Namely, the USA. U dot, S dot, A dot. Check this out now. Y'all remember reading that to y'all about Canada and how Canada is where them foreign so-called people replacing us came from. So it says that the inherited Moorish nation, namely U.S.A, comma, Canada and Central America. What? Oh, I got Johnsons too, Sister Jackie. Yes, I do. I don't have Beecham, but I got them Johnsons. So do you see what I'm saying here? We got the foreigners coming in through Canada. We got these Moors with inherited. They done inherited some land here now. The Moorish American nationality and their surnames, Bay and L, or their inherited birthrights without a legal due process of the lawmakers of the Union. See, U.S.A, because what our Moorish forefathers were, we are that today, without a doubt of contradiction, namely Moorish. The lawmakers of the 48 States Union order cannot force the Moors, the L's and the Bays, to pay taxes, because taxation without representation is a supreme violation of the Moorish Zodiac Constitution birthright of Islam. When the Union lawmakers denounced their immoral Magna Carta code, but remember, the Moors said they set it up. But they said when the Union say, when they denounce it and resort to the Moorish Zodiac Constitution, then the Moors are complied to pay taxes, because every one of the nation will be equally represented by it. There is no room in the science of Masonry, the Zodiac, for mystic God religion, worship, race, color, ignorance, war, crime, slavery, and human injustice. Adequate employment and protection for the Moorish American. Every lawmaker and the heads of the industry and business enterprise of the 48 states. Remember, it was 48 when these first did this. It wasn't 50, 52, all that stuff, right? State union, order or obligated members of the citizens of the Magna Carta, Christian church and temple system of Christ, the King of the Jesus, meaning jury over the wealth and culture of the living Moorish nation of North America. What the hell? Therefore, by the Moorish Zodiac Constitution, the Moors and the Bays and the L's can demand adequate employment, food, clothing. Sound like them foreigners they done brought here, right? Clothing, shelter, medical care, equal rights and respect, and protection from mob violence, rape, and injustice. Otherwise, without being obligated to the Union Church and religious system of the Order of Christ, the white son of idol of God. Talk to me about God. Talk to me about no God. Him, white son of an idol God. See, who keep perpetrating this bull crap? All of them Abraham's son, and they all are the same wickedness, Sister Jackie. Same wickedness. Same wickedness. The white man's myth that the Moors set up for us. They go on to talk about marriage and all this kind of stuff up in here. Talks about Adam and me. They go on with, because it's a religion. It's definitely a religion, but at the same time, if you ever want to know who they really is and what they really about, go look at C.M. Bay's Clock of Destiny. Yeah, C.M. Bay has a lot of stuff. These Moors they've been around a long time, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. But they wasn't Moors, because if you know the story of the genealogy, see, because I did the genealogy of the people of the Bible as well as doing the genealogy of my own people. I did the genealogy of the people of the Bible and all they sons and who they was, So I kind of got a good understanding about the fact that when so-called Yasha Allah was told to go to the land flowing with milk and honey, it was cross Canaan land, and they try to say Canada is that land. You see, so they do all that to us to put in our head about what happened. But then when you know that the Moabites was always fighting with Yasha Allah, the Moabites they was always in the midst of trying to deter Yasha Allah, who was supposed to be the children of the Most High. See, Moab was never the children of the Most High. Moab got the curse that they will be a vagabond and a wanderer upon the earth forever. See, that was the first sin when they got that curse put upon them. And that's why they say they wander now, wander the 7 seas for all those years. When you know the history of the people, which all of them, they listed in Psalm 83. You can look it up yourself and just ask, where are these people today? And it'll tell you what nation they is. It'll tell you who they are today. So, y'all, this has been fun. I had a good time. Well, we've been on here almost 3 hours, y'all. Y'all hung with me this while? That's what's up. Do I believe in God? David. See, David, you be playing too much. What the hell is a God? What is God? God is a German word. God. It don't mean what you think it means, David. I was a Hebrew Israelite. I taught ancient Hebrew. I was an evangelist for 17 years. I taught Christianity. Believe you me, I ain't no fool about no religion. And believe you me, I know who all the people of the so-called book is. And the Moabites and the Ammonites, the Hittites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, all of those ites were wicked ass people. And they did not get the blessings from the Most High. They did not get no honor from the Most High because they didn't give the Most High none. They were wicked people. That's why so-called Israel, Yasha Allah, was separated from all of them. We were the only one that crossed over, and that's what Hebrew means. It means he who crossed over from unrighteousness to righteousness to live a better life. And we came here and left y'all there. Y'all founders came back, whoever. I mean, for real, y'all. They're my cousins. If they're my cousins, they're traitors, they're snakes, and they're the reason that we're in this problem. I will bet my life on that. My cousins, my dirty, dirty, dirty cousins, because they knew. Listen, they knew that this was not their land. They knew. Eber. Look, look, look. That's how Hebrew came up, through Eber. That's where the word Hebrew came from, through Eber. I will pull my strongs out on you. Don't you come here with that bullshit with me tonight, cuz. People can believe what they want to, because you see right there in their words say believe. I see lie. I see lie. So I know what I know, and that's what I suggest that you do. Know what you know, have your own faith in your religion, but you can't push it on other people. See? You can't say, well, just because you believe in a supreme being. See, because we had our deities over here. You ever heard of Wantakanta? You ever heard of Wakanda? We had our own deities here. And I believe in the higher power, but I'm not going to call it God. I don't give praises to God because I know what God's are. God is dog backwards. I'm not going to do that. I do words too. I know what meanings of words is. Like a parent, pay rent. I mean, certain words, like I said, I would rather say the Most High or the Great Spirit before I use a word called God or the Lord. The Lord means Baal, the Baphomet, the goats, if you will, little kids and shit. So yes, we had our deities over here, our ancestors. See, and what I do just to be safe with it, I just talk to the deities that my ancestors knew before this bullshit happened, and I know I don't fail right there. I just deal with what my ancestors deal with. I don't have to try to conjure it up nothing, or try to make nothing up. I just deal with what they dealt with. So I'm good with that. My power and my strength is strong over here. I ain't liking none. I didn't say I didn't believe in the Most High, boo. I said I don't believe in the way you holler your God. Don't come for me about me being an Indian. I got Indian records. Do you? I got Indian records. You want to see them? I got Indian records that says Indian on it. Do you? Cuzzo, Davis Blaylock. Don't question my Indianness, because I got the records. You? Let me show them to you. Let me find one to show you some Indian chiefs while you playing. Don't play with me. I dare anybody to come in here and play with me on mine. 17 great grandpa, Murmuring Spring, Powhatan. See, no, don't play. You can see it. See it for yourself. What that say? That's me up there, Gloria Roberts. Public record, y'all. Y'all see it? I suggest before you challenge me, anybody challenge me about who I am, That's my great grandma right there, Pauline. All of these are my relatives. Emperor Big Chief, Cleopatra the Shawnee, Pride Carpenter, Water Beaver, aka Medaya the Rainmaker, Mata, the first Mata. Anybody know anything about the Chief Mata? Yeah, relatives. But ain't no Moors in my tree. But I'm gonna confess this one to you because he was the greatest one that I know, and they hide him and they don't talk about him because they want to elevate who they want to elevate. Charles Kirkman Bay was my second cousin. And he ran that shit for 30 something years, but they don't talk about him. I wonder why. Some people say, oh, he was a traitor, but he got records. Yeah, they got records on him. He ran that place, but they don't talk about him. I wonder why. Oh, okay. You said that's my cousin a dirty Moor. See, I mean that's how they come at us like that. That's how they come at us like that. You know. And he know we blood, Roundtree. But at the same time, it's a known fact. Where's my paperwork on Goose Creek? Let me go to Goose Creek right quick. I got records on Goose Creek and tell you how Goose Creek came to be about. See, people talk. I ain't gonna eat. No, man. Y'all see all this paper I got here? This shit is crazy. But I don't I don't like for people to do that because I mean I see my cousin do that all the time over on Top Cat and everything. I mean, ain't you ain't got no paperwork say more, no more than that some nigga done made up for you and had you change your name to a more and ain't nothing you can get out of that. Ain't nothing you can get for being a more. But thievery. Ain't nothing a more can get for saying, oh, I'm a more. But documentation beats conversation, right? No, Darvis, I'm not gonna have you coming up here and stumbling over me with that bullshit tonight. No, we ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna never let nobody come up here and do that to me. All them pan African boo boos, all these niggas want to do this bullshit. It would never happen on my chat. Because I know what I know. And I'm not here to be persuaded by the bullshit. Oh, you said that I have more Science Temple members in my bloodline because I told you about Charles Kirkman Bay? That don't mean that's me though. He took a religion. That's a fucking religion. That is not a bloodline. Right? Do anybody agree with me? That's a religion. He's definitely in my bloodline, but his religion is not. We had three choices. We could choose that shit. Christianity, Muslim, and then some people wanted to be Jews because they call themselves Hebrews. But as I say, we had our deities over here before while y'all was over there doing that over there. Oh no, Davis, it's just I ain't for the sticky, icky stuff, cause it's just all right. Because until you, because I'm not gonna ever say I'm a Moor, because I know where all that bullshit came from. So I'm not gonna ever profess to have that faith. I have the faith that my ancestors had, and I don't waver none. I don't waver none in my faith. I've been on this road for 36 years, and I ain't finna be turned around. But I love you guys. I think this has been great. We covered a lot of things, and um, I, Sister Jackie, thank you so much for coming in, sis. It's been a great day, and I'm gonna start trying to come on every day because I'm learning this, y'all. I'm learning how to come on. Like I said, I got plenty of information. I got records. I got stories I can read about my people that we can, it's a lot of stuff that we can do with this. So I'm learning how to work these devices. So be patient with me. Thank you, Yaziel. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Like I said, um, I like. I say this: dislike or like. Do something with the algorithm so I can. But because I would love to talk to more people and to explain more. Because the more the merrier, the more people that we get this information to, the better that things will be for us. Because it's about coming together to build. And like I said, I got plans for building. I want a community. We got the land. We got stuff to work with. It's just up to us to get it done. So I'm willing, and that's why I'm coming here. I'm coming here looking for my relatives. I'm not looking for no fight. I'm not looking to battle with nobody. I'm not looking to debate. And I damn sure ain't gonna have nobody coming on here telling me who I am this is not what this is about. This is about me showing and proving because documentation beats conversation. I ain't got to say nothing. All I got to do is open up some of these books. You understand? So, um, with that being said, I love y'all. Cool. We need to talk off of here because I don't want to be personal about because we are family. I know we are definitely family. I know everybody on this line really is family to me. I do know that. But I don't want to go in with you. I just want you to be happy with being who you are. Okay? And I need for you to just stop trying to convince everybody else about you being a more. You be the more. You be the good more. But don't be like them Tahaka Bays. I'm gonna be the more. Don't be like some of these clowns. But it's a stigma on that name because we know that the Moors came and did what happened to us. We know that look like us, same skin, is what did this. This the whole matter of the truth. And we have to face that. So the Moors who want to continue to be Moors got to face the fact that hell, we don't like y'all ass because we know what you did to us. That's just the truth. Cousin, blood, or nothing. There comes a time when you have to draw a line when somebody's harming you, right? You got to say, hell no, no tolerance. So that's just where it is. We got to know who's for us and who's not. And if you're not for me, and I know you already for 400, how many ever years this shit been going on, you already been hurting and trying to destroy me, trying to take me off the land, taking my land, killing my ancestors. How many ancestors is dead? I thought all mine was dead till the other day. I found one, and they was alive in the 80s, and I could have met them. But because of all these lies and all this stuff that's going on in the world, that somebody is keeping the truth from us, and then y'all will still say, "Well, Indian is a misnomer," but yet we got all these here pale skin, they Indians, but we ain't. But they were nowhere in this land where I'm at. They were nowhere. They ain't got no records to show that they fought in no damn war. And that's a big one to me because my folks fought in the war. We were warring down through here. I just read you the war records. Hell, they wasn't warring. They was placed there. I got a record that says when My people were taken away, talking about going on the Trail of Tears. They were taken away in boats, and they was taken away easily, carefully, like not to harm them. They weren't taken away on no cold, drag them away. This some bullshit, y'all. Straight bullshit. So, like I said, Indian not tax means more to us than we think it does. I just read y'all how they talk about them indigenous people. They not talking about us. They were supposed to be talking about us, but they flipped it and gave it to them. Love you too, honey. Have a good night. But yeah, they weren't talking about, at first in the six what I said they made that in 2016. They put this book together. So that just showed me all these years they've been just working around us, setting stuff up around us while we in the midst of this. But when I say you are shareholders to this corporation, I don't want it to be see. I don't want the corporation to leave. I want to make sure that I am in control of what belongs to us. We have a state, y'all. We have an estate. Your dead relatives have an estate. If you know anybody in your relative right now that's dead, and you can get their social security number, you need to call and get an EIN number for it and take control over their estate. These are things that we need to do to secure our ancestors as well as ourselves. Because legacy is real. Legacy is truly real. So, um, you know, um, next time I come on, maybe I'll try and show some stuff about, you know, kind of everybody don't believe in certain things, but I know what I know, and I've done what I've done. So I ain't gonna talk about nothing I don't know what I'm talking about. And if I'm wrong, I ain't too proud to say I made a mistake or I'm wrong. That's just the way things go. But um, I want to be able to not talk because I don't consider myself nobody's teacher. I ain't trying to teach. I'm just trying to share. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm only trying to share what I've learned over these 36 years, and I'm applying it to this life that I found out. And I just want to share. You know, I don't want nobody to be running around here talking about I'm not that. I'm not nobody's teacher. I don't claim I don't have a big head. I ain't trying to be nothing that I ain't. But what I do want to see my people come up. I want to see my people advance to do the things we need to be doing for real. I do. I do. So that's my burden. I have a burden for my people. And I appreciate y'all so much. So 319, y'all. Can we say good night? Good night, y'all. I don't have no music or nothing. I ain't got that advanced. But as I grow and keep learning how to do this stuff, I'm sure we'll have some good times, y'all. But I want y'all to interact with me. I need y'all to interact with me. If y'all think I said something, share the live with some people, so they can understand. Because I'm just trying to each one teach one. I mean, and like I said, my children don't listen, so I reach out to everybody else's children. You know, I'll talk to y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Rest well and have a powerful AM. Oh no, wait. One more thing I want to share with y'all oh wait a minute, before y'all go. Hold up. Yeah, I gotta do this. I got to do this. Oh shit. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to stand right here and do it. Okay, y'all. Y'all know like today is actually the new moon. I mean the full moon, right? Let me make sure. Today should be the full moon. Let me be sure so I can make sure my calculation is right when I'm finna tell y'all about this. And I need for y'all to understand this and try to be on on page on this, because this is where our energy gonna be at going forth with lining up with the universe. You remember everybody always talking about the celestial and all that, right? So this is where I'm finna share with y'all. Hold on one second. Let me see this. Sure. Okay. Today is the 24th on the calendar because we're into a new day now. It's the 24th. It's 99% full moon, y'all. Okay. When it's a full moon, it's 14 days. Okay. Everybody understand what I'm saying? Anytime you see a full moon in the sky, 14 days has passed by. When you see the half moon, that's 7 days. When you see the full moon, that's 14 days. When you see the half on the other side, that's 21 days. When you see it no moon, that's 28 days. It's only 28 days in a moon, right? 10 moons in a year. They gave us January and February because they created winter for us. They created this cold, you know what I'm saying? So today, it says that it's right at 19, I mean right at 99, right? But then yesterday was, let me see, yesterday was the 22nd, right? When you do 2 plus 2, what you get? 4, right? Today is the 23rd. What you do? 2 plus 3 is what? 5, right? Are y'all following me? Tomorrow gonna be 2 plus 4, gonna be 6. So we had 3, 4. We had 4, 5, and 6. Y'all see that? When you look at your calendar, you gotta look at your calendar to see what I'm saying. I've been doing this now for about since 2019. This is how I've been doing. I started doing my solar return. It was like 2 months ahead because they got us like, man, they got us so far behind time. It's crazy. When I'm telling you, you are in, they say January, but I skipped January and I skipped February because March is the new year. They made it cold with all of the stuff that they've been spraying in the sky. They created this weather. So what I'm trying to get y'all to see is that if we look at the calendar, we will see it being tomorrow gonna be the 6th when it's the 2 plus 4. It'll register with you, but I just wanted to throw that to y'all so y'all can know. Be vigilant on your own energy and your time. Because they don't put us in a capsule, kind of say, you know, they're manipulating our time and our energy. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, and much appreciation. I thank you. Yeah, I'm a August. I'm August 11th. What's yours, Yaziel? What's your solar return? Y'all are some wonderful, powerful people. And we will recover. Okay, November. What's that? Scorpio or what's that? Sagittarius. What is that? I don't know signs, really. Scorp. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. April. Oh, my mom's was April the 10th. Y'all, we're gonna do this, y'all. I mean, I feel so encouraged, and I hope y'all do too, because we gotta win. We gotta win. We gotta win. We ain't never lost a battle, and that's what we gotta remember. We ain't never lost a battle. Ain't nobody been over here fighting but us. What? I'm fire. I'm fire. Oh, April the 7th. Okay. Aries in the house. Yeah, man. Oh man, I'm so excited right now. Y'all making me be excited because I feel the energy of my people that we are going to win this battle. And the only thing we gotta do is stay out of their way. You know what I'm talking about? We gotta stay out of their way because that battle is not ours. We ain't got no business trying to fight or try to worry about what they doing. That's their business. We need to handle ours. Okay? Like I said, Heritage Society. I want a swimming pool in my community for everybody to be able to go swimming. They shut us down from doing the things that we used to love to do, like, and made us we scared of the water. We ain't never been scared of water and stuff like that. So everything that I know our people need, I want to give it. I want to be able to do it. So I want to create things, create plans. We need somebody right now in production to to make to start making movies about us, right? Start making movies and putting the truth in our story. We need our stories put on the screen because that shit we saw the other night. Oh baby, that flowering, what was that? The flowering moon. Oh, Leonardo. Oh my goodness, that was horrible, y'all. And then they had the audacity to play Negro spirituals and talk about Tulsa like they was there. I'm like, the nerve of these people. You just write us out of the story and write other people in it and act like we don't exist, but use us still in the midst of it. I can't. I can't. But y'all, I ain't gonna keep on talking because y'all know I can. It's afternoon. I mean, it's after midnight. We're gonna get some rest. And I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, I promise you. Now, I ain't gonna promise you, because I don't know what might happen. But I'm gonna try to see y'all tomorrow. Okay? Good night, y'all. Okay, let's see. What do I do?